think is supposed to be about is creating a return on money for people. But it's so difficult to do that the industry has taken on a different face. So because most portfolio managers and most advisors are not good at creating return, because of a lot of forces that are at work, the industry has refocused and talked about not maximizing the return for an investor or creating return, but maybe more about giving good advice and providing financial planning and all kinds of ancillary services that take you away from the principal challenge, which is creating return. If you create good return, all those other issues will take care of themselves, the financial planning and whatever else. The brokerage industry, for instance, and the money management industry, most of it is about the collection of assets as opposed to creating a return on those assets. So you'll see mutual fund companies, for instance, that have a bunch of different funds, and they'll focus their advertising on whatever fund has been most successful in the most recent past in order to draw on assets. When I was a young man and I worked at a brokerage firm, the focus was totally on the collection of assets and not about creating a return on those assets. I've always felt that if you have some modest amount of assets and you're successful at creating a return on those, that will create its own momentum, and you'll draw other assets into your sphere of influence, and that's how you'll be successful. And of course, ultimately, if that's the case, and you are a good investor, and you earn performance fees from generating performance for people, those performance fees become your own capital, which you can then invest in the same manner, and ultimately the equation shifts over and you become a significant part of your own investing business. And in many cases, ultimately, the only part. You see hedge funds now, a number of them closing down to outside capital and focusing only on managing the manager's and his employees' capital. I think that trend will accelerate in the future if it becomes more problematic to attract in a profitable and comfortable way customer assets. I see the world diverging too into a lot of assets being managed in a very passive manner for very low cost, and then more of a boutique kind of active management business where assets are managed to maximize return, and the few people that are actually successful at doing that, and there they will charge significant fees for access to them.